Okay, it's a little after 9 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. I'm going to call on Commissioner Parker to lead us in prayer, and I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, I just come to you thanking you, Lord, for all the many blessings you give us, Lord. And Lord, I just want to lift up this meeting to you and ask you just to watch over and lead, guide, and direct us in every decision that we make, Lord. Lord, you're the one that we need to lean to, and Lord, I just ask you just to be with our city and our county and just help us to do what is right in your sight. Lord, just be with our service men and women and watch over and take care of them, Lord. Lord, just forgive us where we fail you and ask you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item is public comments or requests for information on non-agenda items in accordance with Section 551.042 Texas Open Meeting Act. Do we have anybody that wishes to speak? Okay. Consider item 2, consider and possibly approve minutes from May the 26th, 2015 special meeting of the Commissioners Court.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, item 3, the status report for Titus County Pass-Through Program. I had an opportunity to talk to Mark and Jenny both this past week. I've been involved, especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, with 4,000. They have the double seal coating finished from 271 bypass over to just nearly the FM 2348. We've got the double seal coat done. They are in the process of finishing up from that point over to 1735, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. They looked at taking the topping off because they got to put 2 toppings. We've talked to them about putting the asphalt on the topping they have and then come back and seal coating, and I think they're looking at that, which is instead of a double seal coat, you'd have 3 layers on there. But anyway, it would be much quicker and be able to finish, and I think they're looking at about the same money. Everything looks like it's going good. The drives have finished. They had 2 drives on Prefords that was pretty wet, and they've worked on that and put lime in it, and I think that if they didn't get it seal coated yesterday, they will today. Most of the drives from Tractor Supply over to 1735, they have those finished. They're starting to do the mowing on the right-of-ways. That will be cut. Bobby from PTP is doing a punch list now at this time, and they're going down one side and the other side, and it's kind of an all-day process, and they'll get with the state. The state will come in and see what they can or cannot get done right at this point if they need to go ahead and get on something. One of the things that has to have a 70% grass cover. If it's not 70%, the state will not accept it now. Everything looks, what we've got right now really looks good, but it's early grass. What we need is the Bermuda grass and things like this to really grow, and I've got out at several places that Bermuda grass is coming up. But when we've cut the grass, I think you're going to see tremendous growth, because right now everything is still wet out there. But anyway, the process is, everything's looking good. One thing they told me when they start doing the flashing lights at Tractor Supply and at Home Depot, once those lights are flashing yellow, usually within about 7 days they will open the road up. So that gives you an indication about, because they want to let people know that is going to be a live intersection in the near future. And that's kind of all I have. Does anybody else have a question or a comment? Okay. All right, item 4, consider and possibly approve the installation of 7 cameras and digital video recorders in the Ratliff building to serve tax, auto, restoration, and voter administration at the cost of $8,620. Discussion. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I got a thing that says that Newman Electronics gives that price.
Yes, sir.
Well, I love Dennis Newman, and I especially like his wife. I think she's one of the nicest people in the world. But our policy, page 4 of our policy is very clear. It says that in accordance with the Texas Government Code, Chapter 573, on nepotism, elected or appointed official of Titus County shall not hire a relative related in the 3rd degree of consanguinity, blood, I don't know how to say the word, or the 2nd degree of affinity, marriage, to work in a department that he or she supervises or has control over. A degree of relationship is determined under the Texas Government Code. That's Prop 4 in our manual. And we, as a commissioner's court, we oversee everything. And I don't think that, I think we'll be violating those rules. And the perception is, most of the citizens in this county think that this courthouse is run by the good old boy system. And after being here 2.5 years, I can swear under oath it is run by the good old.
There's no need of profanity there, Mr. Riddles.
What kind of profanity?
Well, you just said a ugly word. First of all, this is a position that he's had before Ms. Newman ever came into office. She's elected. She's not hired by the commissioners. She's elected by the people. The commissioner's court, when we look at transaction, he's done work before she became a public official. She really has nothing to do with this. There's no nepotism here as far as I'm concerned. But that's left up to commissioners what y'all want to do. If you want to check with John Mark, but I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, Jim Allison talked about this. There's a difference here. She's elected. We're hiring somebody to do work for us that has done work before. He just didn't start this work once she got into office. These are things that he's been doing for us for a while. So there's no conflict there as far as I'm concerned. And she's not the one doing the hiring here. It's the commissioner's court.
Did you want to read this again? What it says? Read page 4. What does it say? She supervises or exercises control over. we exercise control over the hiring in this
It
town.
says, "A nepotism elected or appointed official of Titus County shall not hire a relative relating in the third degree." She's not hiring anybody.
Well, that's right. But go ahead. Who are you? You're exercising control over it. You're the commissioners. So we're going to make a policy that excludes us.
No, we're not making a policy. We're going to go by the law.
What does that say?
But-
Read
well,
the law. What's the law say?
You're
It
taking
said the
things out
governor
of
is-
context.
Oh, I am?
She is not a
You're taking it
commissioner.
out of context.
Well-
We don't agree with that. I
No,
think you're wrong.
well,
Dead wrong.
It
You're
depends on what the
interpreting
court
suit
wanted
you.
to do.
That's what you're doing.
No.
And that's just what I'm saying. I've been here 2.5 years, and that's the perception. We got the good old boy system. We're going to hire our buddies, whether we're supposed to have a contract or don't have a contract, we hire them. We paid $100,000 to this architect without a contract, and he tells us all kinds of stuff. We don't know because we don't have a contract. It's the good old boy system that we
Well-
have here, and I'm telling you, it needs to stop. The people are right. The perception of the people in this county, you run this courthouse with the good old boy system, and I'm telling you, it's the truth.
Well,
After 2.5 years of observation.
That's
We should
your
stop.
opinion. That's your opinion. I think this county has run well through the years, and I think we've always, the commissioners' courts in the past have always tried to do what's right for this county and for the people of this county. Now, Chris was hired, and you voted to hire him, and to me, he has done a good job. He's well qualified.
Whoa. That's not right. You called out some crap the other day that wasn't, that didn't have anything to do with what I voted on. When he first come here, he said he was going to help us as a friend, but he started getting those checks, and that's the way it was set up for the Riddle Street building, but somehow it evolved into the architect and the construction manager. I don't know how that happened.
I make a motion to approve the installation of the cameras by Dennis Newman.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
Got a second? Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. And I vote aye to do it. Okay. Item 5, consider and possibly approve the purchase of one handheld radio for Precinct 2 Deputy Constable for approximately $400. Constable Ray Barrett has asked me to table this to a later date. So do I have a motion to table this at this time?
So moved.
I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item 6, do we have the bids?
Yeah, I got it on here. Commissioner, when y'all get to, doesn't seat usually bid the
Seaton bids iron ore.
okay. You brought a bid here this morning, which was late. So what you're gonna have to decide.
We're gonna have to
whether
keep
you
it
want to
closed.
table all of them, or you want to exclude bids. I don't know how many bids for iron ore you're gonna have in here. But when you get to the iron ore bids, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. Here's all the different bids. I don't know if all of them will tell you what they're bidding on. I mean, some of it's all, it's Cox Concrete, don't open that one. Don't open that one.
Don't open that one.
You know, Cox Concrete, obviously.
That's concrete, yeah.
cars. But some of them, I'm not sure what you're opening, so you need to be careful, Mike.
All right.
If you don't,
This is Longview Asphalt, I assume. Has all these bids been received in a timely manner?
all of them except Seaton.
Except
About 4
this
o'clock Friday, which was all done. Bid instead.
Contact.
Is Seaton usually the only one that bids?
He's usually the only one that bids on iron ore.
These are concrete tile, and then it has plastic in concrete. The first one is open to review bids possible for asphalt sand and cold mix and hot mix. Richard Drake. Okay, Drake, hot oil and sand. Delivered, $74.35 a ton. And picked up at their yard, $65.60. Type D coal mix, $77.65. Delivered and picked up $68.90. That's type D coal mix. Type D hot mix. Now, the type D hot mix, normally you put about 1.5 to 2 inches. This plant cell mix, you're probably looking at 1 inch to 1.5 inches. It's higher by the ton, but you don't have to have as much of it to put down if you use it. Okay? That's from Drake. Okay, hot oil sand delivered. This is Hall, RK Hall. $72 a ton delivered. $67 a ton picked up at their plant. And type D, $72.50 delivered. And $67.50 picked up at their plant. Type D hot mix, $77 delivered, $72 picked up. And they did not did not bid on the type D hot mix delivered and laid down. Did not bid on the plant mix seal.
Mike, was that second one you said there, the 72.50 and the 67.50, was that cold mix?
That's cold mix.
Cold mix, okay.
Okay. This is Longview Asphalt. Delivered $75 a ton.
Oil sand.
Oil sand, hot oil sand. And picked up $65 a ton.
What was that again?
Okay, $75 a ton delivered, hot oil sand,
Okay.
and picked up $65 a ton. All right, type D coal mix. $89 a ton delivered, and $79 a ton picked up. All right, type D hot mix, $85 a ton delivered, $75 a ton picked up. No bid on type D hot mix delivered and laid down, and no quote on the plant mix seal. Asphalt or anything in those. Because we have opened some up, and something we didn't know about, and it'd be a bid on something. So at that, these are the only 3 bids we have on this.
Mike, back on the Drake,
Sir?
back on the Drake bid,
Okay.
I've got full hot oil sand, 74.35 and 65.60.
Yes, sir.
I've got cold mix, 77.65 and 68.90.
Yes, sir.
Hot mix D, what have you got? I've got the laid down, but I don't have the other.
That's laid down. In other words, they deliver it and they put it down with a machine.
So that's the only way you can get the hot mix with this.
That's what we got here.
The other one
Yeah.
delivered hot mix to you,
Well,
or you picking it
you
up.
don't want them to deliver it to you unless you have a lay-down machine.
That's only type D hot mix delivered, and lay down is $114.40. We don't have a lay down machine, so we wouldn't
Nobody
be
else has bid hot mix delivered.
The only way we could use that, I mean, they sent me some by mistake one day, and within an hour, I had a pile of just hard stuff. Unless you have a lay-down machine and ready for it, you don't need it. Whew.
Well, that, you know, wait a minute. Okay, the type D hot mix, I'm sorry, you're right, Carl. $85.85 if they deliver it, and $73.35 if you pick up. That's the type D hot mix.
85.
$85.85, $73.35 picked up.
The drain is the only one that lays it.
Yes. Let me check.
But it'd be $114.40 if they laid it down
Right,
on that.
that's right.
That's with the lay-down
They're
machine.
the only ones that bid right now.
Yeah.
And then the type D hot mix for Hall, and I gave you that one, I'm sorry. I left $77 and $72. That's picked up. And then Longview Asphalt,
It's 85.
85 and 75.
How's that compared to this year's prices?
They're up a little bit. I don't know about how much, but they up some. I'm gonna make a motion that we go with whoever's available. Because I know there's times that we'll try to get it out here at RK Hall, and it's not any available. We have to go to,
Well, the best price is Hall,
yeah,
but as you said, sometimes the one we did last year, if you called Hall and they didn't have the material, you could get the next quote would be Drake. You could call them and see if they had it available. I think Hall's cheaper than everything except the hot oil sand is 67, and the pickup at Drake is 65.60.
right.
That's gonna be no one.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, no bids.
When do we usually get that from?
Out here at
Power plant?
Casey. Yeah.
They didn't send anything in.
But they're usually the only ones that even have that.
That's right, but
Right.
they did notify us about
They
a
did
month
notify
ago.
us about a month ago they were going up on it.
Well, we just need to get a price on the
Price.
meter,
Yeah.
just so the auditor's office.
Right.
knows that the charge is correct, so.
Make a motion, we table that one and send the bid request back out to them.
Okay.
Did they go up for the, past the $7?
Yeah.
They said they were going, I think.
They said
eight.
going up to
They
8.
said they was going up to 8. But I'll put that one, we didn't receive
Yeah.
no
They just need
bid
to
on
send
it.
us something in writing, saying what the price is gonna be.
So we've got it until the end of this month at 7. Yeah.
Okay, the next, number 8, we're just gonna rebid that one.
But you got to vote that table,
Yeah.
Sir,
you got to vote the table.
well,
I made a motion to table that one and go out for rebid.
okay. A second. Philip made the motion. Mr. Reynolds seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Rebid that one. Number 8, open review bids possibly approved for wash gravel 3/8 to number 10. Okay, I just have this.
Does anybody buy that?
Sir,
Did we buy that, wash gravel?
We have,
we have,
but we hadn't in the last few years. But if we seal coat the road, those, the asphalt and all sand. We have, Commissioner, it's, we used to seal coat a lot of roads, and we bid that gravel out, but we have not really seal coated road. The coal mix is what we basically, I think all of us went to. But, you know, we have it if we need to get gravel, if we're going to do a road. Okay, open review bids, possibly approve wash gravel 3/8 to number 10, and that's number 8. I think we just have one, is that correct? H.E. Span and Company, Mount Pleasant, 3/8" to 10 washed pea gravel is $23.57 per ton delivered.
Number 10.
Yes, sir. And 3/8" to number 10 washed pea gravel picked up is $25.07 per ton.
2507.
Uh-huh.
what, you said delivered is what now?
Delivered is $23.57. Picked up is $25.07 because they got to stockpile it at their yard. It's cheaper to go get it and bring it to your yard than it is to take to the yard, their yard, because they're going to charge more to pick it up.
Usually, is that price up? Is that price up?
Yes. $23.57 per ton delivered, $25.07 per ton picked up. So you're cheaper by buying it delivered.
Make a motion, we go with Span.
Okay. Okay. Motion by Philip. That miss. Motion by Philip, second by Commissioner Parker. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 It's up about $5, $4 delivered.
All right, open and review bids and possibly approve the concrete coverage with reinforcement steel wire, all diameters. Not just concrete.
That's going to be plastic there, I think.
Okay, this is plastic. This is concrete. This is concrete. Is that all? Okay. Okay, we got two bids. Cox was concrete, 12-inch reinforcement concrete. $12.50 a foot. Price per 4 sections. Each section is 4 foot. And you got, buy 4, you get a little discount. It's $50. No, you don't. It's just okay. 18-inch is $15.50 for 18-inch, and price per 4 section is $62.
It's $15.50 for 18-inch.
18-inch, 1 foot is $15.50. You buy 4 sections, it's $62. Well, wait a minute. Price per 4
4-foot
feet
section.
sections.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
50 times 4.
Yeah. All right, 24 inches is $17.50 and $70. Okay, Holmes Concrete. Okay. 12 inches. Well, wait, let's see. They don't have 12 inches. It's 15 inches. Price per foot is $16. 18 inches is $21. And 24 inches is $31.
31.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. That's 15, 18 inches, and 24 inches. It's $31. It doesn't have 12 inches. It doesn't show any 12 inches.
Is that 4-foot sections also?
Well, it doesn't have 4 foot. That's just per foot.
But it's the same.
They don't have 4 feet or anything like that.
Cost was the same. 4 feet.
It comes in 4 feet.
Yeah, I got you.
That was $31 per foot on Holmes
Well,
Concrete.
yeah, the $31 a foot, $21.16. The best way to compare it, it doesn't have 12 inches, but it's got a 15-inch. But your 18-inch Cox is $15.50. Theirs is $21. 24 inches is $17.50. Theirs, Holmes, is 24 inches is $31.
Yeah, I just
So-
wanted to make sure that I heard that right.
They kind of throwed me off.
That's
when
a,
they went
that's a
to
big,
4 feet.
that's a big jump from 1750 to 31.
We didn't ask for the 4 feet section, but they put all we really asked was 12, 18, and 24. And undoubtedly, they don't sell 12 inches because it's not even listed. They do have a 15-inch concrete.
I make a motion, we go with Cox Concrete on the,
We got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, Cox Concrete got it. Okay, we only had, this all we had, right? None of these, sir. Okay, iron ore gravel, the bid was received this morning. It's too late to open.
make a motion, we table it till next meeting.
You want to rebid this?
Let's rebid that, yes.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Carol, would you make copies of this for everybody and one for Carl? You won't have to write all that stuff down.
That's the only bid on short coat?
Sir?
That's the only bid on steel?
I think so. The rest of them are
Rest
plastic.
of them plastic.
Agreed. I let Miss Carol look at it where she could get them separated out.
Well, I have to share these all these numbers, so she can check them.
July, 1st of July.
That's when it started. Yeah.
They've changed up a little bit.
All dirt's a little
I
bit.
know I'm talking about the steel cupboards.
Yeah.
Was Cox up?
If you don't have a certain order, they charge you so much for delivery, I think now. But it's at Sulphur Springs. If they've got a
50
full
cents
load, then they
on each one.
won't charge you. If you got to have a special order and they got to bring it down here, that you're going to be paying extra for it.
You talking about machine?
For steel
Yeah.
cover, yeah.
How often do y'all use steel?
Well, I don't, more than any other kind, but when they put that on me, I didn't understand, this started in March, $50 charge on delivery. I guess if you order a whole truckload or something, but I don't know, and that was it. So I priced buying it at McCoy's. It's cheaper to go pick it up, and then fill up the place down at Longview, the plastic one was better.
Gilmer.
Was cheaper again, and it's even better, but we have to go pick it up, not Longview, Gilmer.
Gilmer.
We have to go pick it up. Plastic, so I put in plastic the last 2 or 3 instead of steel, because, and I think they're better.
And plastic will last forever. The only thing, if you get a fire, you're covered to
So
burn
is
up.
the plastic what you're going to be able to get, or is it
Yeah,
still
I
plastic?
take it out. I don't know the name of the company.
Homes.
But we usually pick up two. I mean, he's picked up something
Yeah.
and I've picked up.
Yeah.
We've got to work together.
We've had customers that would request plastic. They wanted a plastic covered instead of the concrete. And it depends on your road and your material you're having to deal with, but where you have real springy, you need a steel cover. What I have started doing is putting a rubber coating on all my steel covers, and they last. I've had one in since 91. I put one in 1991 just to see how it's last, and it's just as good today as it was when I put it in then. A lot of times they rust out because they don't have that rubber coating on it. But you have ground that shifts and moves. You just have to either go with plastic or go with steel. Concrete will pull apart and holes will develop in it.
I've got my guys are putting in one right now that I got from Sulphur Springs. And it's coated.
Yeah.
And they're replacing today.
Well,
The
there.
price of coating, how much was it? How much more is it than a regular, compared to a plastic cover?
Your plastic covers are cheaper.
Than a steel that's coated?
Yes, sir. But if you have a fire, that plastic catches on fire, your whole cover will burn up. That plastic could catch on fire and it'll just burn all the way out. I've seen that happen. Some people put in a plastic cupboard, they were going to burn their leaves, and they put it at the end of the cupboard, they caught the cupboard on fire, and I had to put a new one in. Or they paid for it and I put it in. That's the only bad thing about plastic, it will catch on fire. Okay. Contact, let's see, 12 inches. The one is $6.20 a foot, 12 inches, and you get whatever. They can cut any length you want. 15 inches is $7.44. 18 inches is $9.30. 21 inches is $10.54. 24 inches is $11.78. 30 inches is $14.88. 36 inches is $17.98. 42 inches is $21.08. And then 48 inches is $23.56. For all orders under $3,000, we'll have a $450 freight charge attached. If I have an emergency situation where we've got to have a cupboard and they've got it in stock, we just run to Sulphur Springs and get it and bring it back and put it in we had a situation where we had to go get I think a 42-inch cupboard. And we went and got it and brought it back. Had we just ordered that, a special hot run coming in, we would have had to pay nearly as much as the cupboard cost just getting that one. So we go pick it up ourselves. If it's they've got a full load, it doesn't cost anything, but they have to have a full load. Okay? This is the only quote I think we've got.
I make a motion, we go contact on steel cupboards.
I got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? Philip made the motion. You need to second. Okay. Any other discussion? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. For plastic cupboards, number 12. We just got 2 on this. You can make a copy of that. These are all copies. There you go now. All right, Virgin Pipe and Supply. This is in Sulphur Springs. 12 inch is $5.29. 15 inch is $7.20. 18 inch is $10.18. 24 inches is $16.42. 30 inches is $22.72. 36 inches is $32.10. 42 inches is $43.93. 48 inches is $49.73. And 60 inches is $88.73. This is the original sign. That's the original.
What's the name of that company?
Virgin.
Virgin. B-U-R-G-I-N. It's out of Sulphur Springs. I guess it's a new company. This is the first time we've had a quote from them that I know of.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Okay, we got, Gilbert. Holmes Concrete Pipe Company. Bids for plastic covers. Okay. That's Gilbert, okay. This is the place that Al was talking about.
Holmes
The
Concrete.
the plastic.
What's the name of it?
Holmes.
Holmes Concrete and Pipe Company is 3960 US Highway 271 North, Gilbert, Texas. Really not that far over there. You're probably looking at, 30-minute drive there and 30-minute drive back to get it. It's on this side of Gilbert. Okay, 12 inches is $6. 15 inches is $7.75. 18 inches is $10.45. 24 inches is $16.75. 26 inches is 30 inches is $26. 36 inches is $31.70. 42 inches is $43.50. 51 inches, 48 inches is $51.85. And 60 inches is $80.
just say by availability on these. I mean, they're close.
Yeah, as close as that.
Okay.
I make a motion that we go with availability. Or did
Did you make that motion, Philip? Availability?
Well,
Yeah.
I just go by availability. I guess I didn't say make a motion.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, we'll go with availability. If how quick they can get it made and delivered, or if you
Or
have
if
to
they
go
have-
pick it up. Because they do charge extra if they don't have a full load. All right, availability, a motion was made by Commissioner Hinton, seconded by Commissioner Riddles. Any other discussion? Yes, ma'am. He had already made a motion, I thought. I'm sorry, but I thought he made the motion, so that's the reason I went ahead. And Mr. Riddles seconded. Okay, availability. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? You've got copies of this. You've got copies of everything. Okay. Okay, we had two that we were not able, one we did not open because it did not get here on time. It was supposed to have been here Friday, and they brought it in this morning. We just rebid that, and then Type A Flex Base, we did not receive anything. We will check with them and get them to get a bid in on it. Okay. All right, any discussion about the items that we approved? Okay. Number 13, consider and possibly approve travel and seminars for Titus County employees and elected officials.
We don't have it.
Don't have any? Okay. Approve oral and written reports of county officials.
Thank you.
Make a motion, we approve reports.
Okay, got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second? Any other discussion?
Mike, there is one correction here. If you look at the park fund, about halfway down the first page, Christie's adding those up. That 5243 was a negative number.
Okay.
She's showing it's going over to 18,000, it's only about 8,000.
Okay.
We transferred money in. We've talked about that for the last several months, and we'll need to do that.
Okay.
Because it's about 8,000.
Say it's just 8,000.
Yeah, when you take that 5,200
Yeah,
and the
okay.
600, that's about 6,000, and then 14 positive is about $8,000.
Okay.
Not 18.
We got a motion second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Consider and possibly approve treasury report.
Make a motion, approve treasurer's report.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, approved budget amendments.
Okay, we have quite a few budget amendments. It's number 21 through number 38. I think you've seen all these, but I'll go over them.
Okay.
Number 21 is a line item change to recognize that y'all allowed Constable Barrett to buy a used car from the Sheriff's Department. It was $1,500. We took that out of contingency. That's just a line item change. Number 22 is on the election building. That's the avenue money that y'all approved the other day. We did those modifications, just $24,000. That came out of contingency. Number 23 is just cleaning up several line items inside the general county. The county cleanup that we pay for every year, we budgeted $10,000. It ran $19,000, so we had to put some money over there for that. Those Southwest Securities fees on the bonds are $300 more than they were the year before, so I had to amend that. A couple other little items at the way station, the trash pickup, a little below. We did some apparel on some scales. All that came out of contingency money, so it's a zero. It's zeroed out of the budget. The jury fund, same thing. We had to amend the bailiff's cell phone allowance went up by $30 a month. That was requested by the judges, and y'all approved that. Precinct 1, there's line item changes in here. Again, it all comes out of existing money, just move around in the line items. Precinct 2, same thing. Precinct 3, the same thing. Precinct 4, the same thing, except we also had to show the sale of that equipment and purchase of the new trucks that were approved, or the new tractors that were approved by the deal, by the court. Number 32 is line item change inside the records management for the county clerk. Just go through the line items. Number 33 is to report the grant revenue and the foster care expenses inside the Family and Protective Services Fund. That's a new fund. We didn't know the numbers until we got them at the end of the year. Number 35 is precinct 1 on the search grant. I just kind of zeroed it out in the county match for revenue. Number 36 is election office. It's just a line item. Well, it's a line item change to record the revenue from doing the college. We had an election for college, so we collected money from them, and then we had the expenses of running the election. So the election workers, they offset each other. And number 37 is the maintenance barn, and we increased the revenues and offset it with the tire expense. Basically, we bought a lot more tires than normally we've been buying, but the revenue's there, we're paying for the tires. In addition to those line item changes in and out, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 budget amendments that did require new money, so they fall under the emergency budget provisions. Number 1 is on the park fund, as we talked about. We need to transfer another $14,000 over there to cover the expenses of the park fund. That's caused by the bad weather during the winter. Nobody was out there using the park. We usually collect that much in fees.
We had a pretty good crowd during the holiday.
Maybe I'll set up a little bit. Another emergency budget provision is inside the free trial. This is money that can only be used by the adult probation department and the county attorney, but they spend a little bit of the money that's been in there in fund balance, which again, they're the only ones who can spend the money, but it's about $5,000, so that came out of the fund balance. Same thing with indigent defense. These are just expenses that's money that can only be used in those departments. So we spend more than we originally budgeted, but the money is available inside the fund. Same thing for the SCAP fund. That's money used by the sheriff's department's travel, but it's state money that can only be used for that. And then inside the general fund, we had to put the entries where
press out of that. But it's still, even taking that out, it's still going to be a good sale.
Very good.
I have nothing.
Nothing. Mr. Riddle? Okay. We got a kind of an update, and I'm going to let Carl, if you can, would you talk about this just a little bit for us on our revenue for August? This is the traffic count on 271 and 2348.
Yes, well, there's two things on the PTP invoices that y'all look at every month. You know, the Williams brothers are paying damages now, and it's being deducted from their invoice. But I told Ms. Terbarelli that we needed that separated out. I need to still see what their charges were as opposed to what their damages were. So they are going to show those as two different line items on those deals. So you'll see that going forward. During that same conversation, she told me that they had gotten the traffic counts and what the payment was going to be for August. And she thinks we'll get that money by August the 15th. Our bond payment's due September 1st. I had estimated it based on the traffic counts that they had done in December, and I figured we'd get around $3.5 million, somewhere in that range. And the payment that we make in September is the smaller payment. We pay a big payment in March and a smaller payment in September, so we should have enough money to cover the payment. But she said that when they did their traffic count the other day, it was up quite a bit from December's number, and they're going to pay us $5.4 million, which way more than covers the payment that's going to be due September 1st. And based on that's more than the 4.2 minimum that we're guaranteed. So if that traffic count continues, and that's without any money from 4,000, that's just the money on 271 and 43.
2348.
4348. If that count stayed the same, then you're looking at a very big payment come March, more than the 4.2 that were guaranteed for March. So that's good news, but it was $5.4 million. So we should be getting that money in August.
And that's good news, because we don't have to go back to general accounting and use those funds. But they did tell me, and it really surprised me, the count that we had on 2348 was a little over 9,000 cars a day. I knew it was heavily used. I just had no idea that it was going to be 9,000 cars a day on that section from 67 over to 49. So I think that really shows the people of Titus County that's really has helped the people out in that area, especially the kids that are going to college in that area. And also I think it shows it's taken a lot of traffic out of town. I think I told Carl today that I went through town the other day, went from one end to the other end and never saw an 18-wheeler. There was 5,000 trucks a day. Now it's down to 30, 40 trucks, and most of the time they're bringing goods and services in town, like Brookshire's, Walmart, those type of things. So safety has always been at the top of the list, and I think you can tell that is a big improvement, getting that many trucks out of town. But that's a good report. It was a very good report when we first got it, and they contacted me Friday on that. Okay, if nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, Philip Penson made the motion or Jimmy made the motion to adjourn, and Philip seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank everybody for coming. Appreciate you being here.